Hey everybody, Cokeman250 here. I got a new iPad that I won, so I'm trying to figure this out and see if the picture's any better on this. Trying to find where to look. But anyway, this weekend, Labor Day coming up, 3-day weekend. Work will calm down for a little bit. Where after the summer's calming down, so I should be pumping out some new videos here in the next few months, and probably from next week going forward. I got to get to food storage video and start doing some of those reviews. Probably every Friday is when you're going to see those. Those be like food storage Fridays, and I know that's very unoriginal, but that's what I'm going to be going with. So this next Friday coming up will probably be the first one, and anyways, just had a lot of stuff going on the homestead. The garden's winding down. I think I'm fixing to plant one of my raised beds, nothing but turnips, probably this weekend. And we've had a lot of rain. I know you guys. It's been a really, for here in Arkansas, it's been an awesome August. I mean, we hadn't hit 100 degrees once. The grass is still green, and got plenty of rain this year. I know a lot of places right now getting too much rain. Keep those folks in your prayers. And trying to think here. Got on a chat the other night with some guys. Met a new guy, Mossy Nut. SoCal Preppers was on there. Salt and the Shinola Pop. Solar. Trying to think. There was some guys on there on the chat before I got on there. TR Prepper was on there earlier. I think he was on there a little bit when I was on there. Coda Boy, he was on there earlier before I got on. But some really cool guys got to meet and hang out with some old friends. So that was pretty neat. Trying to think. It was kind of a little bit of inspiration there for me to start pumping out videos again. And I've been wanting to put out videos. I just got no time, it seems like. We're getting in this year. I think I got plenty of wood already cut and split, ready to go into the winter. So I'm going to try to burn a lot of the wood I got. And then when we're about halfway through winter, probably around January-ish, I'm going to start probably putting up some wood for next winter. To me, when you start putting up, to me, the firewood cutting time is when you already need to start burning wood. If you start cutting wood any earlier than that, for me, it's just too hot. I'm not built for the heat. So I like to wait until wintertime to cut my firewood. And when you get a year or two up, you can cut firewood in the winter, and it'd be good for the next winter. Of course, we had a really mild winter last winter, and I probably didn't burn but about 3 ricks of wood, probably a cord. So this year, I plan on burning a lot of the wood that I've had out here. Some of it's getting probably to the limit of what I like. It's getting a little rotted. So we'll be moving some of the wood back to the fire pit, and we'll do some cast iron cooking and some campfire videos back there and stuff like that. I got a new tent. Probably be doing a video on this new tent. You guys know I sold my pop-up camper here a while back, and I'm gonna start doing some tent camping again. I want to get into tent camping, and I got a tent that me and the boy, or me and the daughter, when we do a father-son or a father-daughter camp, we take out. But I bought me a big tent. It's like a 12 by 20 or something to that nature. I'll have to get all the specs in a video for you, but it's a big tent, and it's for the whole family tent camping, and I like to do a lot of fall camping. Fall is my favorite time of the year. To me, I like going camping when you need a campfire. Like I said, I ain't built for the heat, and the heat, which this summer's been nice, so I've actually been kind of staying on top of things, but normally the heat of the summer is my hibernation time period. A lot of people, put everything up for the winter time. Well, the winter time around here is a lot less than up in the northern part. So, yeah, I can get prepped a little bit for the winter, but I do a lot of prepping in the winter, and you know, we have a rough spring storm season, and that's the time period that I like to be ready for. You know, winters here aren't much. You know, we may have a couple times without power here and there, but realistically, it's a lot of you know, we'll get a snow day and then bam, it's all melted off the next day. So anyway, got a lot of things planned. I got to put a new primer bulb on my weed eater, get a lot of the weed eating stuff done for winter time. I got a new carburetor I put on my chainsaw. I got to dial it in just a little bit more and get it going. It seems like all my stuff goes down at once, and that's where I'm at. So anyway, I got to start getting a few of those. I will show you inside the workshop. Had a fail in the workshop, and it was the shelf that I was stacking the number 10 cans on. Yeah, and I knew whenever I was stacking them up there, I thought, man, that's a lot of weight, you know. So anyway, I'll open the door to the workshop in a video pretty soon, and you'll see the fail on that one. But we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna wait till it's winter time when it's good and cold. We ain't, you know, pouring sweat out there doing it, and I'll get the boy out there to help me. He's been wanting a little work to do to earn some money. He don't get paid for his chores. None of my kids get paid for their chores, and they have chores they do twice a week, every week. I mean, they each have 2 or 3 chores that they do all week, you know, they stay on top of. They don't get paid for them because they get to do a lot of stuff, you know. They do a lot of things, and the way I see it is, when I was a kid, I didn't do a lot of extracurricular activities. I played outside, and playing outside was free, you know. My kids do a lot of extracurricular activities, and they work to be able to do those. And I don't know how, you know, a lot of people may think oddly about that because, you know, well, and I've heard a lot of people say, well, you're supposed to do that. You're their parents. Well, you know what? They need to know the value of a dollar, and that the stuff that everything they do costs money. So that's what their chores go to paying for. And then anything above their chores, I pay them for, and I call that working. You know, so chores and work, 2 different things at my house, and the way I raise my kids. But he's getting into that mode now where he wants to earn some money, and he gets out here and works. You know, he can spray the fence lines and stuff like that. Pretty soon he'll be running the weed eater, and he stacks. You guys have seen videos. He stacked firewood for a long time, and I've always paid them for stacking firewood and doing anything above their chores. They get paid for, and they get paid $5 an hour, and that's kind of how I run it. He brought up the, you know, I've always taught my kids to be able to, trying to think of the word here, work out deals, you know, deal with people. You know, if you don't think you're getting a fair price, deal with them. Well, the other day, my boy, he brought up minimum wage, and minimum wage was more than $5, and I told him, go get him a job, you know, walk to his job, and he can make minimum wage. If not, he can do work for me for $5 an hour. And if he didn't want to do it, I could call somebody, another junior high kid his age who wants money to buy an Xbox or some junk, and they'll probably come over and work for me for $5 an hour. So anyway, he's more than willing to work for me for $5 an hour. That's just kind of where we're at. I want to throw that a little bit in there. That's a little tip on how things run on the homestead here with me and the kids. You know, there are a lot of times, you know, I give them spending money. I make sure my kids always have money to do the things they want to do. But I also want them to learn that it ain't free and you don't get handed to you. I work every day hard, whether it be physical or mental. I go to a job and I put my hours and time in, and I get paid for that. And they need to know the same. They need to know whenever they get out, and when they want things, they need to work hard and they'll get things. So anyway, just a little talk here. I want to throw out a quick video. I haven't made a video in a while. Thanks for all the PMs. I've had a lot of people asking me how I'm doing. Some Facebook messages. I'm doing great. I do got a couple emails from a guy here in town, Dale. I promise I'm not ignoring you. I have read your emails. Thank you for keeping me posted on some of the sales around our area. And when I do get the chicken coop up and running, I may holler at you and work out a deal for getting some new laying hens from you. So anyway, this is Cokeman 250 from the land of the free and the home of the brave. God bless everybody. And remember, prep smarter and pray harder.